statement from head coach Dan D'Antoni.
Tale of two halves, kind of, but really not. Just we're a young ball club, and we make I don't know, I'm trying to feel my way through pushing them and making sure they don't lose their confidence. And, we're kind of a little fragile team. I feel like we started out well. We looked real good, and I made 2 substitutions, and then we started missing all our threes, throwing the ball away a couple times from a couple of players, and then it seemed like everybody started getting nervous and antsy. And I did play a lot of people, and you play 11, 12 people in a half. A lot of different lineups. It's hard to get a rhythm. So maybe that was on me doing that. But again, you got to expect players to come in and play. I do think our defense has held us in all year long, making us competitive. Tonight, 26%, 21%. But we've been holding teams in the 30s, low 40s. That's pretty solid. Now we just got to get our offense to where it's clicking, and we don't. Again, we're upside down, assists to turnovers, 17 assists, 20 turnovers, and that's got to be reversed. And in fact, it's got to be 10, 11 turnovers, 20-some assists. So we got our work cut out. Tomorrow we'll do film and shoot. It is final week, and sometimes, it didn't affect me probably as much as it does these guys. Because final week to me was like any other week, but these guys take it serious, and probably were studying all night long. So, maybe it was a little bit of that, and if it is, I'm proud of them. And, we'll see if we can get better on down the road.
The lesson here in film tomorrow, just no matter what, don't let the defensive energy lapse, because it seemed like once the offensive struggle started in the first half, they sort of backed off their intensity defensively in the first half.
I don't know which one came first. I do probably the offense, because Jansen missed about 3 wide open threes, and then threw 2 away. One I don't know where he's throwing it. Kind of gets them on shaky ground. We're like fragile. And when I take him out, we get really young, so then they're really fragile. Also, Tavian got foul trouble. And when I take him out, we only have 1 ball handler on the floor. That's tough. That's something Andy will help when he's here. He'll help rectify that a lot. And putting a lot on him, but, why not? He'll be okay with it. And got 2 tough games coming up. Go to Moorhead, which is a big ball game for them. They want the trophy back. We're their rival, and so we'll have to play well. It'll be interesting to watch us with Andy for the first time, and then come back here with Eastern. So before we get on the road for 2 tough ones. So this has been good experience. Again, I feel confident we're going to have everything right, but when it really counts, and that's as you get into the conference tournament. And we do play defensive well and rebound well enough to be, if we get it going, then we got a good chance of being real competitive for that crowd.
To see Gorin sort of turn a little bit of a corner, I know it's a Division II opponent and you take all these things into account. Gorin. But it seemed like the confidence level as he got into minutes 6, 7, 8 started to increase, and he was a little more aggressive going to the rim.
No question. Again, when you watch him in practice, he's not slow. He doesn't hesitate. He's powerful. He does things really, really well. He gets in the game, it looks slow because he hesitates. And he's afraid of making a mistake. And that's, again, I told the referee and said, I'm pretty close to retirement. I don't know if another freshman class might kill me. So that'd be 4 years away. So I should be okay with that. But he can be. He's got all the tools. And again, it's just trying to get him acclimated with his play. And same thing with Marco. Marco didn't look slow when he first got here. It looks like he slowed down. And again, I think he's thinking his way through instead of playing his way through.
The defensive, Jared's defensive intensity, you touched on this a little bit earlier this week. you're running him, 30 minutes tonight, and I think he's been at anywhere from 34 to 37, pretty much throughout the rest of the season. Getting Andy into the lineup, does that increase Jared's capabilities simply because it's going to be
One,
less
he
quality
won't be
and
pressed
more
as hard
quality?
on the floor itself.
Yep.
His 30 minutes will probably be 30 minutes, but he won't be pressed as hard on the floor. And normally he plays around 34, 35, 36, sometimes all of it. So, I think that'll help him. I think it'll help his shooting. He's 2 for 5 tonight, which is pretty good, but he's a 40 to 45% shooter, and he hasn't done that this year. I think it's the load that we put on him. Andy will kind of get him off the ball a little bit, which I think will help him. It'll be more like he's been playing the last 2 years of offense. And we just, if you just look at our stats, we get too many turnovers. We don't make enough free throws. We don't make enough threes. The 2-point shots are pretty good and better, really, if you think about it. We're shooting for the season 44%, and you're shooting 25 from threes, and we take a lot of threes.
Yeah.
So that means you're up 50 or so above on the other stuff, and that our 3-point shooting's dragging that shooting percentage down. If we were shooting 35 to 40%, we'd be shooting almost 50% for the game. And that would greatly enhance a lot of things if that could happen. So we just got to keep working on it. I don't know what to say other than, shooting's a tough thing, because sometimes the more you talk about it, the worse it gets. So you just have to be careful about whether I get over there and start reacting to, oh shit, he's shooting it.